Welcome back to the channel. It's Errol with Passion to Profit. This video is going to go a little different. If you're in the Discord chat, I sent out an announcement stating that I was going to start breaking down some of our members' trades. And for this video, out of all the messages that I got, I picked two for this video. One's a day trade and one's a long-term investment. So whether you're a day trade, swing trader, or long-term investor, you may learn something new in this video. I'm going to start with the day trade. The ticker that this person traded, anyone that's in the stock market world probably heard of KODK going up over 2,000% these past few days. And I know a lot of people are watching this, so I thought this trade may be a good one to break down. This trade did go their way, they did profit, but let's break it down, see some of their reasoning for it, find their entries and exits. This trade was taking place the 28th, the first day that KODK gapped up roughly 250%. The first thing we do in the morning when we wake up and we see a gapper that big, we want to check if there's a catalyst. What I like to do is I go into the news tab on TD Ameritrade at the bottom right, I click the news, I check the date, and I see if there's any recent news. Out the gate with KODK, the second minute, there was a pretty big spike, came down and held that $9 area. For this member in our chat, their entry for this trade was 917, risking that $9 area. When I come to the chart and I put a line at the $9 area, we can clearly see that that $9 area was acting as some sort of resistance in the pre-market, and it's now holding, acting as a support now that the market is open. So they're risking 1.89% on this trade. That's a very good risk to reward ratio, very low risk trade. One thing I do notice while this $9 area is holding, there's a double bottom. And if I see a pullback like that with massive volume, especially when there's a catalyst, volume still coming in and it's holding your key area and offering a double bottom, that's going to be more of a bullish factor, especially since they were able to get in at 917, risking that 17 cents off of support. Now we know where they entered. Now let's take a look at their exit. Their exit was 979, 999 for an average of 989. They made about 7.81% on this trade, only risking 1.89%, which is an amazing risk to reward ratio. So that's a really good trade. Congratulations on that. Overall, the plan was to enter near support, which he did, and I like having confirmation of an upward direction. I could have entered earlier, but I wanted to see confirmation that 9 would hold. I entered, noticed increasing volume, and it was near support of $9. I noticed that there was a failed breakout before, so I'd make sure I took profit off of a resistance of a couple candlesticks ago. I then sold into strength. They noticed that at around that $9-10 area, they were noticing some resistance. That's why they planned to take profits before then. We can see on the chart that it eventually ran all the way to roughly $12. But one thing I want to point out that I really like about this trade is you had a plan to sell at that high $9 area, close to 10. And even though it started breaking out, making higher highs and higher lows, and you missed out on a few dollars, the fact that you stuck to your plan, that's the most important part. It could have easily been rejected where you took profit. It's really important to plan a plan and actually execute the plan once you're in the trade. The reason why it's so important to make a plan before you get in a trade is because sometimes your emotions can cloud your judgment. You need to be making a plan when you're not experiencing any type of emotion, because then you're looking at the charts a little more rational. And when you're making those quick decisions while your emotions are acting as a barrier, you will then be more prone to make an irrational decision. I really like how you stuck to your plan throughout the entire time. Nobody's ever went broke taking profit. The next stock we're going to take a look at is PayPal. This member in our Passion to Profit Discord chat invested in PayPal in May 2020. I'm going to read you their reasoning for getting in. This is going to be a little bit different since this is a long-term investment and they're currently still in the position. I'm going to go ahead, read their reasoning off, and give you my 2 cents. Now, this person also only has an entry position so far, 588 shares of PayPal in May, and this is their reasoning. PayPal has increased revenue by 101% in the last 5 years and gross profit by 70%. At the same time, PayPal has ramped up its spending in research and development 175% while only increasing the operating expenses by 13.68% per year on average. PayPal has also kept its debt down and continuing to reduce it at an average of 11.27% over the last 5 years. Beyond PayPal's financials, they've also met and beat earnings reports every quarter up until 2020. PayPal, I would say, it's a fast-growing competitor in e-commerce that can hopefully continue to establish its place as an easy-to-use cash and credit alternative. Especially with the new PayPal credit card coming out, I am also very satisfied with the leadership at PayPal, with
their current incubate president taking the company and nurturing a healthy growth since he took it over in 2014. Before PayPal, he also had a lot of experience at Symantec, American Express, Sprint, Virgin Mobile, and AT&T.
Beyond the fundamental analysis of PayPal, I believe that the hands-free commerce is a future, especially given COVID-19. As people continue to shift away from cash and coin, they will need easy ways to transfer, pay, and receive money. PayPal already has an established name and brand share of the market and integration with websites, platforms across the internet. I see nothing but growth for PayPal over the next 15 years, and I'm excited to see what price my shares land at in 2035. I would like to note that I'm also going to be dollar cost averaging into this position over the next 15 years. That was a very in-depth fundamental analysis. And if you're doing any type of long-term investing, fundamental analysis is your priority. You want to know if this company has growth long-term. Who's the leader of this company? company, who's running the business, how are they doing, how have they been doing recently. Another great thing that I pointed out is the future of business and the future of commerce. E-commerce is very new in terms of commerce. Things like Shopify have been booming recently, and a lot of those brick and mortar stores that you guys seeing are going out of business. Right now, there's a drastic change in how businesses are operating and the location of them. I do agree with your long-term thought process on PayPal. Keep dollar cost averaging the next 15, 20 years, however long you decide to hold it. As we speak, PayPal is trading at its highs at $198.66 right now. This individual is way up on their position. It's no coincidence. They put in the work, they did the fundamental analysis, they did their overall due diligence on taking that position in PayPal. One was a day trade, one was a long-term investment. Day trading is a form of investing that's a lot more aggressive. Long-term investments are very important as well. And if you're someone who's looking to take more long-term investments, make sure you look for a lot of these companies that you see long-term potential in, and look for whenever they may have some type of sell-off. A lot of times bad news, even though the future may be bright, and that could just be a very good deal for you at the time for you to get in rather than at its highs. Make sure you join the Discord chat. Shoot me a DM on there or on Instagram. I know this type of video was a little different. I thought it would really sharpen up a lot of people's learning curves if they're learning from other people's mistakes and successes. If you're someone that's just getting started or have been trading, and if you're looking for some type of platform to look at charts that have the right tools and indicators, this past month I've been using TradingView. They're absolutely amazing. I actually just got their premium service now. They have so many tools, they have stock screeners, just anything on a chart that you can imagine. They've been really useful to me. The one thing I really like about them is you can integrate them with whatever broker you're currently using. TradingView is going to be one of the best charts for trading and all the tools that you need. If you want to check that out, click the second link in the description. It takes no time to sign up. If you want to be in that Discord chat with 13,000 other members, first link in the description, and we'll get that sent to you. Thanks for staying and watching this breakdown. I hope you learned something new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.